Okay, now guys, the reason why I decided to put A, B, and C in those positions is because especially later on in grade 11, when we do trigonometry and working in triangles, when you have a side opposite an angle, obviously in a triangle, a side will always be opposite an angle, but the side opposite angle A, you can call that side A, so lowercase a. Right, so the angle A and side A, those are always opposite each other. And then the same goes for the others. So if angle C is the 90-degree angle, then side C is going to be opposite that one. That's going to be the hypotenuse. And here, the angle or the side opposite angle B, uppercase B, capital B, is going to be small b or lowercase b. So you do need to be able to work with both of those kind of ways of labeling sides. So now what we can do, guys, in this triangle, if we're now looking at A, B, and C, the capital letters, the actual names of those vertices, the angles of the triangle, what is the name of the hypotenuse? If it's not small c, it is? Hypotenuse is? BA. Oh, did you say BA? Sorry. Or AB. Right? BA or AB, fine, either way. I'm going to write AB. I just prefer to put them in alphabetical order. But BA is also fine. Alright, so AB squared or BA squared will then be equal to the other two sides squared. So BC squared plus AC squared. And then I'm just going to write the reason again. Pythagoras, very important. You can't just write Pythag, please guys. You're not going to get the mark. You have to write the whole word, Pythagoras.
What if you like a Pythagoras dots?
How do you get that session on your calculator where you can like get the square root of 10? Like I mean, if you put the 10 instead of the 2.
Oh, so you do you see above the x to the power of button, there's a little square root or third button there, so you do shift and that one, and then you can put the 10 there. Alright, it doesn't have to be the silver one, it works on the pink or the grey one as well, yep?
Say in our test, if you messed up like a measurement at the very beginning, you get continuous marking.
It depends on the type of mistake that you made. So if the mistake that you made makes everything else easier, then you don't get CA marks.
Say for the last question, when it said the distance from point A to the person is 3 centimeters, or whatever it was. If you took that as, instead of 3 centimeters there, you did 3 centimeters there.
I have not marked your test yet, so I don't know. I don't think other people did that. I haven't quite decided yet what to do in that
I think
case.
I did everything else the same way.
But you will still get marks for the first part of the question.
Right.
It's just that substitution that you wouldn't get the mark for. All right, can we get back to this work, please? Okay, example. And guys, at grade 9 level, usually we won't ask you just a straightforward Pythagoras question where it's just one right angle triangle, we are giving you two sides and you need to find the third side, right? That is like a grade 8 level question. In grade 9, we will often give you a number of triangles that are connected to each other and you need to use Pythagoras to find like in between sides. So that's what we're going to do now. So I'm just going to write, consider the following sketch. Move this up. Sorry about that noise. They're delivering that generator today. So that's good news at least. Okay, just leave a little gap above this triangle because I'm drawing another one on top of it. Hey. Let me actually do it like this rather, and then let's connect that one there. Don't worry if your 90-degree angle doesn't look exactly like a 90-degree angle, it's fine. Right, the first question is to calculate the value of x. Okay, now guys, this one, if we're looking at x, do we see that x is the hypotenuse of the bottom triangle? Right? Again, just in case you've forgotten, how do you identify the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle? It's always the one that is opposite the 90-degree angle, right? The one that's opposite the right angle. It's also always the longest side. Now guys, there are some triangles where you can use the Pythagoras triple. That's fine. So if you have 3 and 4, then the hypotenuse will always be 5, right? And then all multiples of those numbers. So if you recognize that, if you know that, that's fine. You can just say x equals 5 centimeters, Pythagoras triple is then your reason. That's fine. You'll get all the marks. As long as you write Pythagoras triple and not Pythag triple. But let's quickly just do the calculation, just in case. So you would say x squared is equal to 3 squared plus 4 squared. And then your reason is Pythagoras. Three squared is 9 and 4 squared is 16, right? What's 9 plus 16? 25. And then what is the square root of 25? 5. So you can write 25 there. You also don't have to. You can skip that step and then you can go straight to x equals 5 centimeters. Yeah.
Ma'am, so you don't have to write AC squared equals 80 squared.
No, you don't have to. You can just go straight into actually using the values of the sides.
And you only have to use Pythagoras as your reason once.
No, you have to use it every time you use Pythagoras in this question.
25 Pythagoras.
All right, yes.
Doesn't it matter if you said 3 squared plus 4 squared equals x squared?
No, it's fine. All right, question 2 is now hence calculate the value of y. Now guys, the word hence, whenever you see that in a maths question, that means that you need to use the answer from the previous question. Yes?
For number 1, could you say x equals the square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared?
Yeah, in one square root, yes. Yeah, not two separate ones.
Sorry. If, say, in the previous one you said x equals 5 centimeters, for question 2 you don't have to state it again.
No, you can just use it. Alright, so hence means that you are going to use the answer from the previous question. So guys, I know that this is quite a basic drawing, but I always, once I've calculated something, I actually fill that in on my picture. Right? I'm sure you guys remember that from geometry. Whenever we calculate an angle, we used to write the value of that angle into our picture because we're going to have to use it going forward. Alright, so now guys, y is now a side in the other triangle. Is y now the hypotenuse of this triangle at the top? No. Alright, which side is the hypotenuse? 13. So what we're now going to do is we're going to say y squared is equal to 13 squared. It's always the hypotenuse squared minus the other side squared, which we calculated in the previous question was 5. This is also Pythag triple. If you know that, you can also just write the answer of y with the reason Pythagoras triple. That's fine. All right, what is 13 squared? 169, and then 25, sorry, 5 squared is 25. I gave my answer away. 169 minus 25 is 144, right? Obviously, you can use your calculator for this if you want to. So what is the square root of 144? 12. So 12, 5, 13, that's also a Pythag triple. So if you recognize that, you can use that as your reason. Yeah.
No, so we have to write the first line and then the answer.
Yeah, you don't have to show this in between step of equal to 144. Okay, I'm quickly going to put a question from the answer series on the board. It's a lot of writing, so I don't want us to waste time by actually writing that down. So please write as your new heading, answer series. In my book, it's on page 1.33. I don't know if you have your own one, what it will be, but it's fine. You can just look at my book on the board. So it's page 1.33, and I want you guys to do actually numbers 4 to 6, but I will just move them down. So just write back with me. Okay. Alright, so there we have number 4. It's the one with those 2 houses. Now guys, they're giving you information in that paragraph there that's not actually